you for taking from your days to come here and hear all that we have to offer. If anybody has heard from me, I've tweaked this a little bit, so maybe this will be all new and different for you. So like Amy said, I'm in the Community Affairs Department of the Charlotte County Sheriff's Office. I've been there about 4 years now. One of my jobs is Project Lifesaver and Take Me Home, which I'm going to talk to you about today. I also go out and give other speeches. Next week I've got 2 Refuse to be a Victim. I'm kind of excited about those. And then I do Citizens Police Academy, where we invite you to the Sheriff's Office.
Just a little
Okay,
bit.
a little bit.
Yeah.
So we have you come to the Sheriff's Office. We do either a 5 or an 8-week class where you get to see behind the scenes at the Sheriff's Office. So we show you communication, SWAT, narcotics. What did we do the other day? We did simulation when we teach you how the deputies are trained. In fact, this block training is what I teach the deputies. And so it's what they learn as well. So the Project Lifesaver, this is not the one I wanted, that's okay. We're gonna go through this quickly because I do have limited time and I wanna show you some of the stuff that we do. Operation Pill Drop. So if you have pills at home that you don't wanna flush, you bring to the Sheriff's Office in their original containers in a plastic bag. You dump them in the container there and we get rid of them. And you don't have to worry about the environment or anything else like that. You have cell phones that you don't need or want anymore. You drop them off at the office. We'll clean them up and give them to people who need a phone, but it will still call 911 without service. I'm gonna go through these. I did bring a few of the Red Dot with me, not a lot, but if you've never heard of Red Dot, it's a program where we fill out the forms, you fill them out, you mail them in, you put the dot on the front door, you put the information on the refrigerator. Look at these heads nodding, I love it. And they will speak for you when you can't speak for yourself. So when the squad has to come to your house, they'll know, pick this up, grab you, and go to the hospital with your medical needs.
And it works.
It does work. I absolutely am a proponent of that for sure. Project Lifesaver. All right, so this is Project Lifesaver. I've got it in my pocket. There it is, Project Lifesaver. We put this on somebody who has a need that has a tendency to wander. And this is basically a tracking device. You put it on the wrist or the ankle, and it will talk to my machine, and it will let you know where the person is within a mile radius. If you want to pass it around. Here's my tracker. Every one of these have a different frequency. So I've keyed this to a frequency here. And when the call comes out, the deputy usually will call me and I'll hop in the car with them and I'll go around. And we turn this on and we track them down. Let me show you. You hear it? You hear the sound? Let's get a little less. A mile radius. Ooh. Chris. Look at that.
Sneak some in my pocket?
Yeah. There it is. The one I have up front, passing around, it's a different frequency. We have a mile radius, like I said. I did a 4-minute fine on my friend not too long ago. She lives down the street and she was getting irritated with her husband. We can all attest to that, right? So she went across the street to her girlfriend's house to have a cup of tea. Deputies came, were looking for her, and went past the house, up and down the street, up and down the street. They were like, hey, can you come? And I'm like, yeah, I live down the street. And I'm there in 30 seconds. And so I parked my car, got out, put that on, and I heard the ping. So I go this way, and it's not that way. I go this way, and it's heightening up. She was inside the house when I got the ping. When the door knocked, there she was. 4 minutes. And the deputies had already driven past the house, so it's not like they didn't try. And we will send up the helicopter. We will send out the dogs. All the deputies get the picture, and they go out, and they start looking. They start knocking on the doors, whatever it takes. This is just one of the tools that we use for that. For Project Lifesaver, you can no longer drive. You have to have a tendency to wander, and you have to have somebody who's home with you 24/7. Somebody has to call 911. You know, we have to get that started. Average time to pick up somebody is 30 minutes, and it is in 50 states and 2 countries. So if you get this program and you're a snowbird or you want to go on vacation, you can do that because there will be somebody on the other end normally in the different state that you're going to, and they'll be able to pick up where I leave off. The governor of New York found money in his drug funds, and he bought Project Lifesaver for every county in the state of New York. So it's a high priority and it works. Now, it doesn't work for everybody, and there is a cost involved. So if you can't afford it, it's like $300. We make a way. The money's not the reason that we will not put you in Project Lifesaver. We'll do a fundraiser, we have sponsors. I have a couple of times that Alzheimer's Foundation of America have given me grants. Twice I've gotten $5,000 grants from them. So we make it work, we make it happen. I do find that if there's money, there's skin in the game, people are more serious about this. So we do try to make it affordable for whatever the circumstances would be. So now let's say we've got the Project Lifesaver and I've got the flyers in the back. So please feel free to take them, okay? I got here late, so I didn't get them in the bag. And Project Lifesaver is not for you. The person won't wear it. And I have children who have autism, 6 years old, and they are runners and they don't like to feel the texture of that equipment. They don't like it, they don't want to put it on. I fix them. We put it on when they're asleep. They wake up with it. And they're just like, oh well, this is the way it is, because you've got to wear it 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Take a shower, you can get in the pool in it, you can go to the beach, but it has to be on to work. So if they don't want to wear it, if I get a dementia patient who doesn't want to wear it, and you have to have it on for it to work. So then we say, I can't put it on somebody who won't agree to it. And I had a lady adamant the other day, I don't want to wear it. I said, well, I'm listening to you, and we're not going to make you wear it. You go cut it off and throw it in the trash, right? There's $300 in the trash. So why make somebody wear it that's not going to? They're going to find a way. So we say, okay, fine. So I don't like doing that. I don't like leaving things hang. So I went out and I found a place up in Pensacola, the PD, and they have another program called Take Me Home. That's what this is. And the Take Me Home, here's the application. You take a picture, you put information in there, I put it in the computer, and they don't wear anything, they don't do anything, it's a database. So when the deputies are driving down the street, true story, again, I live in a strange neighborhood, don't I? She's walking down the street, this little old lady, sweet thing, in her 80s. She stops, and the deputy stops, and she's July in the summertime, in the middle of the summer, and he stops, and he says, hi, how you doing? And she goes, leave me alone, you son of a bitch. That's what she said. And he goes, okay. And he goes in the computer, and he puts in there 70 to 80 years old, 5'2", 5'5", gray hair and glasses. Okay, the pictures pop up. He finds her picture, knows who she is, takes her home. Her husband said, thank you. She's got Alzheimer's, she wants to keep exercising, but she's getting more and more confused, and she was blocks away heading the other direction. So he was able to put her in the cruiser, take her home in minutes. Change the scenario, she doesn't talk, she's not telling anybody anything, what's he gonna do with her? He's gonna take her to the hospital, cha-ching, right? Because they're gonna admit her, they're gonna fix her, they're gonna figure this out. Then when they're finally gonna connect the people together, there's a hospital bill that maybe didn't need to be done. But Take Me Home gives the deputies a tool to look up the pictures of anybody who has a little extra need, whether it be a kid, an adult, you're not wearing anything, you don't have a letter on your forehead, nothing like that. And we are able to look at that and figure out who it is and where they belong. So we don't need to hear you say dementia, Alzheimer's, we need you to say, I need a little extra help. And the key here is it's free, nothing to wear, nothing that you have to do extra other than fill out the form. Now, we've even made it easier for some people because we have an app. And the app now, on your smartphone, you take the picture, you go into the Take Me Home application, fill in all the stuff, nicknames, height, weight, eye color, whatever, hit send, it comes to me and I put it in the computer. Again, free versus $300. Now this one we track you, you know, but the Take Me Home, middle of the night, your spouse wakes up and you're missing. You're gonna call 911 and they're gonna send out a deputy to do a report. But in the meantime, we already have your picture. We have your information. We send that out to every cruiser in the county and they start looking for you. And it's nice to know what you're looking for. It's nice to have a picture. So they're already looking before the report, before the deputy shows up. So it's twofold. We've lost you, we've found you, we still bring you home. And that's the Take Me Home program. And if you want me to help you do the app, I can help you do the app because it's really cool once you get it down and really easy. How we doing? Okay. What else we got in here? Like I told you, this is what we teach the deputies. Child abduction response team. That's something that we participate with all the counties. So if somebody goes missing at children, if we need help, they'll come to us. If they need help in Lee, DeSoto, anyplace else, they'll go to them. Some of the other stuff that we do that you might not know about is we have a program called Cops and Goblins. We've done it 2 years. Last year, 6,000 kids came to the Charlotte event park in spring training for the Halloween, and they all had decorations, and the parents were like, thank you for doing this, because now I know I'm taking my kids a safe place. And most of the parents dressed up too. We have self-defense, bicycle safety, and we give helmets away. Every year we help children who are at risk, and we give them, Walmart gives them a $100 gift card, and they go out to each different Walmart with the deputy pushing the cart, and they get to buy for their families or for themselves. Most of them don't buy for themselves, they buy for their families. Grandmas, dogs, whatever, and they can buy them things for Christmas, and then we wrap it and they take it home. It's pretty, that's one of my favorite things to do as well. I told you I was going to do Refuse to be a Victim, and that's college-age students and seniors, how to think about things. One of the first things they taught me was, we don't like it when you go to an ATM to get money. And I stood there and I'm thinking, how am I going to get money? I don't know how to get money without going to the ATM. I go to Publix, I get a little extra at Publix. It's safe, there's people around. I'm not standing in a little machine, or I hate being in the car trying to get into the ATM machine. So I just get it at the store now. So these are things that we do at the sheriff's office. Like I said, I have a lot of different variety that I do, and we argue quite a bit about who has the best job at the sheriff's office, because the motorcycle cop walked past me and goes, I got that best job. I'm riding a motorcycle all day, this is fun. I go, no, I got the best job. I got the best job. I go out and save lives. I help people, educate people. It's an awesome, awesome job. So, and I guess, do I go to the beauty thing, or since we're done for the day, do you want me to stay here, or? Yeah, anybody have any questions for me? Yes, ma'am.
Do you all here in Port Charlotte have an ICE program in case of emergency that you can type into your phones? You have an emergency contact?
That's kind of what the red dot does for you, and in case of the red dot, it's 2 pages. One for you and one for sending in. I feel like if they made it a 3rd page, you could put that in the car. So if you could make your own copy of the red dot, and then just stick it in the glove box, it would be the same thing, because it talks about who's your next of kin.
We had the yellow dot in Alabama. It was the
Yeah,
same thing,
and
you put it in the car.
one more page of that red dot program would do so much more, but I'm not paying for it, so. But if you took what you filled out, make an extra copy, throw it in the glove box of the cars, I think you'd be good. But like she said, the red dot absolutely works. So I went out to a couple's house, and I put the band on him, and she went much better. And I said, get the medication out of the cabinet, we'll sit here and we'll fill it out, and I'll do it with you. And I took it in that day, and then the next day she fell. And so they took her to the hospital. They grabbed the red dot and took her to the hospital. Well, now she was worse than they expected, so they took her and they medevaced her up to Bradenton. They didn't take the form. So her daughter calls me and she goes, I saw that you did the red dot for Mom. Do you have a copy? And I'm like, yes, I do. Yes, I do. So it took care of that, and it makes all the difference in the world. I have a dog and a cat. They don't know my medications, so it's on the refrigerator, you know. Anybody else?
Question.
Yes, ma'am.
Do you have this program for people living in assisted living or nursing homes?
The Project Lifesaver and the Take Me Home, I don't care. Especially Project Lifesaver, because there's not always memory care cottages. Sometimes they can still get out, and they don't know, and I love having it in there. It's a matter of the nursing homes agreeing to do the monitoring, because every day we ask that you take a battery check on the machine. So that way, 2 things, you know it's working, and you know it's there. Because how many times do you think, when was the last time I saw that? So now you know it's working and you know it's there. So the assisted living would have to keep that once a day. They get pills, right? It's no big deal. 9 times out of 10, if they're going to the hospital, the squad or somebody else will cut it off when they get to the hospital. I would think it would like to be at the hospital so they don't lose them there. But if you need to, cut it off and then take it and keep it. Because like I said, I look at $300 on that little cha-ching thing. So we take it off and put it back on, no problem. But the Project Lifesaver, Take Me Home is a piece of cake. It's free for everybody in this room. There's no reason for it not to be, because it is just free, and it's painless. It's absolutely painless. So any place, the only thing with Take Me Home, it's only in our county. We are the only ones doing it. So if it's another county, Sarasota, DeSoto, whatever, it won't work. But we take care of our own too.
Thank you.
Thank you. Well, I appreciate, like I said, you guys all coming. Chris, you wanna?